Greetings, thrill shriekers. Care to join me on the scare lift? Good. Your pal the Crypt Keeper's quite the extreme skier. I just love the feeling of going fester and fester. Talk about exhilarating. Just started down a Black Diamond run call.
Descent into horror hell.
Welcome back to Descent into Horror Hell. I am your host, Ghoul.
I'm Skiggle. What's going on, guys?
Thank you guys for tuning in. This is our wrap-up of 2022. We are going to kind of encompass everything that we've encountered this year and talk about things. We're going to get into Days of the Dead that we back in November. We're going to show some new stuff. We got some new stuff to give away. A whole bunch of shit. So
awesome future plans. Stick around.
So you guys won't want to miss this. Come back with us. Cheers.
Cheers.
Bob? Phil? Agnes, it's me, Billy. Agnes, don't you tell what we did, Agnes.
Welcome back, boils and ghouls. Wasn't that kill just lovely? Perfect for the holiday season.
Never get old, man. Never.
I love that movie, you know?
Yeah.
It's such a classic, Bob
You can see in the
Clark, man.
holiday.
Bob
spirit,
Clark,
man.
classic.
You can't fuck with that. Absolutely.
Alright, so we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this whole thing. And kind of talk about what our plans are. This year, 2022, has been... It's been fun. We've gained a lot of friends, a lot of followers. We
Appreciate
really
each and every one of you.
Absolutely. You guys have, especially we found out kind of where you people are coming from, New Zealand and UK, and we did our live stream Halloween episode for the first time.
We had a blast doing that.
And we thank again Jake Martin for
Absolutely.
coming out.
Hail, Jake. We love you, man.
And hopefully you guys checked out Gags the Clown, the film. If you guys got a hold of it, that's definitely worth watching.
Dead weight.
And Dead Weight. So definitely, yeah, so it was cool, and it got us to thinking, where could this show go from here? Now, as much as we love doing the banter and this and that, it was really a lot of insight for us to see how the live show went. A lot of the questions were just amazing. We really didn't get to talk about.
I mean, I'll be honest here. Like when he said we were gonna do a live stream, I was like, my heart kind of dropped. I'm like, oh, dude, really? You never know how that shit's gonna go. It's not like we have like a huge ass following either, but like, okay, fine. It's a Halloween one, so let's just wing it and just see what happens. Just have some fun. That's what it's all about. And man, I was sold. Like, I had so much fun. We had so much fun answering questions, really intelligent questions about the horror genre and about our personal tastes and stuff, and just we definitely want more of that in the future, and I think that's the direction we're going to go for sure.
And now this doesn't even mean that every show we do is live, but I think we might be doing a few more.
Absolutely.
In 2023.
Oh, yeah.
And because I think we love to do, and as you guys, if you've watched our show for a long time, we love to do the intros and do the short films and just the stupid buffoonery that that comes to your television sets. Like that's what we love doing. 6
years of craziness,
stupidness. So we still want to keep that alive. So obviously not every show could be live because I'm no Spielberg, even though he calls me Spielberg 9 times a year at least.
Shut up, fuck off.
So
tradition.
So we want to dwell into getting to the live streams a little bit more. When we become more known with them and getting better quality. I know the iPhone, which is supposed to be so goddamn great, really kind of the quality kind of cut in and out. But blame my internet. I am fighting a cold, sorry. So if I sound all nasally, you know why.
But we'll definitely work on it, to bring it a better presentation in the future, though, because those live streams, really, I got to tell you. We really had a blast doing them, answering questions, and just talking to people that from all over the world, really, and we appreciate each and every one of you for chiming in. And
Even if you had
definitely
20
got a lot
questions,
more.
even if you had 20 questions, it was great.
No, it was great, and it made our jobs easier too, because like,
Yeah.
you know, we didn't really have a set plan, and it just went just as smooth as silk, man. Like talking about horror movies and music. Definitely, we'll be doing more of that in the future live for sure.
All right. So, with that being said, we're gonna go in and we're gonna preview for you guys our first episode of 2023. It's already planned out. We kind of know what we're gonna do.
2023, it's like space age shit, dude. That's crazy.
Right? Yeah. What is that? 2525? Wasn't that a song or something? Maybe 25. We're almost there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna preview the episode. So
Give you a little taste.
not gonna dwell into a lot of it, but you'll kind of get a good hint at what we're talking about. So we're gonna get to that when we come back. Enjoy some more death, because hey, that's what we do here.
Happy holidays.
Cheers.
Wasn't that festive? Wow.
Wasn't it, Stu? Yeah, Stu agrees.
He agrees. He's got an Impicado shirt on too. He's representing extreme metal.
Impetigo.
What did I say?
Impighetto or
Impicado. We're not gonna start. Anyway, guys, welcome back. This is the last show of the year of what is it? 2022. Yeah. Okay.
It's a good wrap up for the year.
Wrap up of the year, and we figured we'll give you a taste of next year. We're getting into horror documentaries, and they're gonna
That's
have
fun.
We're gonna have yeah, it's very fun. In fact, sometimes I like just throwing on a horror documentary more than a movie, honestly, because you know you expand your mind, you learn shit, and it's just so much fun to watch a documentary, whether it's like a nature documentary or weather documentary
Weather,
or horror documentary, whatever. Doesn't
Armageddon, sharks,
Yeah,
you know,
sharks,
dinosaurs, whatever.
dinosaurs. Yes.
Yeah,
Anything.
everybody knows that.
We love our documentaries.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get into the horror ones.
But we're gonna focus more on horror and supernatural ones. So I'll go first. Like I said, this is just a little taste. There's gonna be like a thorough one next year where we're gonna be discussing a classic ones like Crystal Lake Memories and the
Red, white, and blue. Everybody
Friday the
knows.
13th or the Nightmare on Elm Street movies and stuff. There's just a plethora of so many great documentaries. But we're just going to give you a little taste, so let's go.
Here we go.
I'll go first. I just picked this one up on a fluke. It's like $5 on Amazon. It's called Oh the Horror from Celluloid to Snuff. Now, I don't know about you, man, but that fucking cover is killer.
Christopher Lee and Vincent Price,
Yes.
Peter Cushing.
Oh, look at that. It's
Wow.
badass.
That is cool.
It's like
Leatherface.
120
That's
years of horror right there.
That's right. I was gonna say the Christopher Lee, the 120
Yeah.
years of horror. Like that's a good
Amazing.
one, but we'll talk about.
I was actually really impressed with this one. It was definitely a fan-made, really on the cheap, but they interview some really passionate horror fans, and it's just really cool hearing their stories and seeing their collections and seeing what really makes them tick and what got them into the horror genre. And a lot of their stories are similar to both myself and Ghoul, so I really related on that. But it's really nothing I didn't know, because I read a lot of books and I watch a lot of shit, and I know a lot about horror. No, I'm no expert, but I know a lot, so it really wasn't anything I didn't know already. But it really was cool, kind of going on a trip down memory lane and just hearing about good old horror films from like the silent era to the Universal classics to the Hammers to the 50s invasion movies to all the way to the exploitations and then the slasher boom and the found footage stuff, and it also elaborates a little bit on snuff films, which is pretty much a taboo,
Yeah.
and it's really not proven that they exist, but I mean,
They do.
Leonard Lake, the whole Leonard Lake case and Charles Haas case, serial killers, they videotaped their atrocities, so I mean, they do exist.
It's a real thing. It's just.
It's not saying that like a
not
serial
defined.
killer wouldn't document his atrocities, but
It's
as
like,
far
man, it's
as
like-
far as snuff movies going on the black market, I know there's like deep webs and stuff, but I doubt there's like someone with a little you know, in a little paper bag, like, hey,
Right.
you want this, like heroin,
Yeah.
you know.
They're not something. It's not something that they want everybody to know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very secretive on that stuff.
But yeah, Oh the Horror really touches on that and
What
many
year is
other
that?
things. It's 2020, so it's like spring spanking new.
It's a COVID DVD.
Great, Oh the Horror, check it out. From celluloid to snuff. Cool, what you got?
Speaking of throwbacks from 2013, well, I'm not talking about that, but rewind this. It explores the industry of VHS and beta.
Right,
And the kind and well, yeah, and for me being a VHS collector,
Look around.
it's awesome. This one, yeah, talks about like the beginnings of DVD and beta, which was better, and you get a lot of different people that come in, collectors of both, that kind of, they don't argue a point. They don't really say which is better, which is not. Some do, but most.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, okay, why was this one better? Why was that one better? They just kind of, they talk about that. They talk about the, like, the start of it and where it went to, its peak, and then kind of the fallout of it from DVD. Blockbuster definitely comes
mom
up
and
in
pop
this. The mom and pops
stores.
come up in this. And,
Those
and
are
this
the
is,
best, man.
and this isn't anything like Adjust Your Tracking is another one that
Yeah.
we'll get into, and that one I think dabbles a little bit better than this one as far as the rise and fall and that whole trend in the mom and pop shops. And even one that I'll talk about a little bit here dabbles into the same idea. And there's a lot of this, but this is more focused on the VHS and beta when they came out and the people that lived through that era.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a way to go if you really want to learn a lot about the formats, if you're not too familiar with them. It's not strictly horror. It deals with anything, from kung fu movies to exploitation to dramas.
Absolutely.
So you'll definitely learn a lot, and Lloyd Kaufman's in this one, which is awesome. So you definitely learn a lot. With 2013's Rewind This, it's a good introductory DVD for somebody who wants to learn about it. So
And anything with Uncle Lloyd is gonna be gold.
he's a very brilliant man. Like,
He really
very
is.
smart.
He doesn't get enough credit, I think.
No.
I'm gonna kind of cheat here. This is Eli Roth's History of Horror, but I'm gonna go with all 3 seasons. These are all really amazing. These are all on AMC. It's part of AMC's documentary collection. But Eli Roth, you know, people give him a lot of shit, but really, he really is a competent director, and he really is a true horror fan.
Yes.
And it
Absolutely.
really shows, like, it's really cool seeing like people like Quentin Tarantino and Stephen King talking about horror, and Rob Zombie and just Slash. So many people are on these. I really highly recommend these if you really, like, again, kind of like Oh the Horror. It's not really anything I didn't know before, but and they kind of stick
It's
more,
mainstream.
and they kind of stick more or less, I guess.
It's
I
mainstream.
guess you would say like more mainstream
Yeah.
U.S. horror. They don't really dabble in like Italian and, you know, French and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they more or less keep it kind of simple, but really entertaining. And you really hear from a lot of great directors and people. And yeah, I think the History of Horror, AMC Eli Roth's series is really cool.
Yeah.
Probably seen this already. My only gripe with these is probably I think they. Of course, it's AMC, so this is where The Walking Dead comes from. So I think they talk way too much about The Walking Dead. I think they should have had more Fulci. That's just my opinion.
Romero type stuff.
Yeah. And they do a really good tribute to Romero, too.
Of course, yeah.
So, these are really cool, guys. History of Horror.
That's the way to go. Alright, so I'm going to pick part 1, and this is what the other DVD I talked about, Video Nasty's Definitive Guide.
Oh, yeah.
This is from 2014.
Mary Whitehouse, you're a bitch. Rest in peace.
Shit.
Rest in peace.
From Severin Films. They did a really great release of this. If anybody doesn't know what the Video Nasties are, Mary Whitehouse, as Skid Gore previously said, started basically a movement to ban horror films. Or just films and really
Obscene material must be banned.
Look, if somebody tells me, as we get these reports in from Europe, from America, and from this country, that a particular video nasty contains that, and that, I actually don't need to see visually what I know is in that film.
very obscene seen. Which now, if you look by today's standards, is child's play.
It's laughable.
Some of it.
Some of it.
Don't get me wrong.
Except Cannibal Holocaust and like.
I spit on your
Spit on
grave.
your
There's some
grave.
scenes and stuff, you know. But anyways, this is part 1 of part 2. Part 1 I'm talking about because this is more of what the Video Nasties is.
Yeah.
They really get into the details of it, and I mean, they even interview. I can't remember was it the mayor or the governor? Like when he stood up with Mary and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
Like,
What I
they
like
even
about it
interview
is
him.
like they do it justice where they talk about they're defending it,
It's
but
both
then they
sides.
also talk to the people, like Ghoul said, about people who really were for it.
yep, it's both sides of it,
Yeah.
and so you're not getting swayed one way or the other.
Right.
And this one's cool because it's got all the trailers. It's like Christ, there's trailers all over the place.
It was like 150.
From like Cannibal Man and just all sorts of films, and
which we own half of them.
yeah. Now they're easier enough to get. Back then they were raiding
Yeah.
video stores, and well, I'm not going to give it away. Let you watch.
I'll tell you
this.
what. Next year when we come back,
It'll
we're
be
going
next
to do a
month.
thorough discussion on those and part 2 because both myself and Ghoul. I don't know about him, but that is my personal favorite
This is really
documentary.
cool. It's because it's a lot of movies that like these were the films that like you seeked out because you heard they were the most brutal, the most violent, the most like oh my god kind of moments that you had to see it.
And the fact that you could be prosecuted for a horror movie,
And
it's
people
like book burning, dude.
I know.
It's like,
And they burn DVDs.
Yeah.
They literally burn copies of these movies, but we won't get into.
we
too
could
much.
talk for hours about
We
this.
will get into it next
Stay
month.
tuned.
But Video Nasties Part 1 and 2,
Absolutely.
definitely worth it.
Severn Films, horns
Yes.
up. We love you.
Love you guys.
All right, my last one I have here. We're gonna do in 3 apiece, by the way.
Just tease.
Just a tease. I got Flesh and Blood: The Hammer Heritage of Horror. As both y'all know, y'all
Y'all.
know.
Where are we
that
from?
both myself and Ghoul are huge Hammer horror fans.
Mhm.
Yes. And it doesn't get any better than Hammer. I personally like Amicus a little bit better because I think I love the anthology horrors.
Yeah.
But Hammer is where it's at. They were the first and one of the best. And just the whole passion of people like Terrence Fisher and Freddie Francis and Roy Ward Baker, people like that really just the love of cinema, you know, not just horror or the fantastic, you know, just the love of cinema. These people really were masters of their craft.
Yeah.
And I think this documentary really touches on it, as well as, you know, it's kind of sad in a way because a lot of these people are gone now. I mean, Veronica Carlson,
she just passed away.
she's on
2
here,
years ago.
Ingrid Pitt's on here,
Yeah.
obviously Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. They also are narrating this whole thing, so you
Which
know
is
it's
awesome.
amazing. And
Yes.
yeah, it's brought up to date as well with movies like
Some of the newer stuff they did. The
Let-
Hammer
Let Me
Studios is
In.
still around.
yeah, Let Me In, The Woman in Black, The Resident, Wakewood, movies like that are still under the Hammer banner. So it's Hammer banner.
Hammer Banner.
Never mind. So anyway, it's fucking awesome that they're still carrying on the tradition. But yeah, if you really want to trip down memory lane and you really want to know more about Hammer and their films, as well as the actors and the directors that really were passionate about their craft and really brought this to the screen, you know, definitely check out Flesh and Blood: The Hammer Heritage of Horror. Really awesome documentary. Highly recommend it.
And alright, and finally, we're going to switch that up and go Blood and Flesh.
Oh,
The story of Al Adamson.
Hail Adam Nelson. We miss you.
Again, another Severin release. It's also got Female Bunch on here, which is like the all-female biker gang film that Al made in 1977?
Yep.
In the 70s. But anyways,
Never realized how many movies that guy made. So
you really don't. When you watch this, like a lot of people don't know Al Adamson, which is, it's weird.
It's kind of like Ted V. Michaels.
Yeah.
Or Herschel Gordon. Well, more people know Herschel Gordon,
Yeah,
but
Ted Michaels and shit.
he's
like,
in that same
just-
kind of caliber.
Like you don't realize like what movies, and there's movies on my shelf that before I watched this I kind of went like Blood and Ghastly Horror.
Yeah.
Like I own that, and the longest time I'm like, he actually made that, you
Yeah.
know, and it's like
Dracula
damn.
versus Frankenstein.
I mean, there's just classic films, and you do learn a lot, and the tragic story which gets really depressing at the end.
Oh, man.
Because like Skidgore, we were talking before, and he said that it turns into kind of
Kind of a true crime.
like a forensic files kind of thing. Like, because once you understand the story and what happened, they really kind of turn it into like a crime TV show.
Al did not deserve that treatment. Nobody does.
But Blood and Flesh is just a really great thing about his filmography, the history where he came from, his trials, tribulations, and really just the genuine outcome that came out to be, what, 100-something films, if not more. I mean, from the smut to actual horror films. You learn a hell of a lot about this. And a guy who really...
One of the best documentaries.
And a guy who really created biker films. I mean, really. Werewolves on Wheels and all this kind of came from, you know, his style of movie. So
Al Adamson definitely was a legend, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
and I think Severin really did him a justice on that.
So that's another one, of course, from Severin. You can still get this. They got the box set, but if you want to mortgage your house, go buy that. It's got every one of his films.
Severin Films, once again, horns up. You guys were nothing but cool to us at Days of the Dead.
And we will get into that.
And we're going to get into that after
this
these
break.
messages, so enjoy this kill.
Cheers.
I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. With Scotch's lifetime guarantee. Tape what you want both night and day. Then re-record, not fade away. Re-record, not fade away. Re-record, not fade away.
Every recording as good as the first, or we'll give you a new tape. You can watch Scotch forever.
Re-record, not fade away.
Hey, boils and ghouls, welcome back to Descent into Horror Hell's wrap-up show from 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of wrapping up the show, I mean, this last year was really just a year of firsts for us. From the live show, really Days of the Dead wasn't a first because we had been there previously. We, again, shout out to Andy at Time Warp Collectibles again for the invite. Always a blast to hang out with you and your wife.
Thank you so much.
And,
Time Warp Collectibles, check them out.
yeah, we'll link them on the bottom here and you can check them out. Andy's definitely the guy to go to when it comes to collectibles, that's for damn sure.
You're the man.
So Days of the Dead, again this year, I don't think it was as strong as a cast as last year.
Yeah.
We did get Deborah Hayes from Friday the 13th. Derek Mears was there.
Yep.
But they were really big on the Friday the 13th remake. That's where a lot of the cast was from. And
yeah, they had a lot of the cast from the remake of Friday the 13th.
if you're a fan of that, you know, there were a lot of people there that really got like, the signatures from the cast. They had a cast photo where we actually saw Hardwired, which was the Metallica tribute.
Yeah, that was cool. I think the highlight for me was probably meeting Harry Manfredini.
Oh my God, that guy's such a sweetheart.
He was such a sweetheart of a guy.
So cool.
And you just went up to him and just said how much you appreciate his work, and he just really appreciated that. He would tell you stories, and I mean the stories kept coming, and he was just such a really passionate, awesome guy.
So
one of the nicest.
And he's like the male version of Dee Wallace when we met Dee back 2 years ago.
No ego whatsoever.
No.
Just completely honest with his fans.
Anybody who bought a autograph, whether it was you bought a picture for $30 or had your own thing signed, he got a picture with everybody.
Yeah.
He took the time to like stand up, take a picture with everybody, which is the coolest thing.
Yeah, he's a really awesome guy.
You know, I know. Grim Life Collective was there. They're a YouTube channel that go out to haunted locations, to filming locations. They were there. Their video is also on YouTube. You can check them out if you're a fan. Trying to think who else was there. I gotta think here.
Yeah, no, it was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you know, it was
fun. It was more or less about the atmosphere and just meeting people, that are passionate about the genre like you are. And I think to me that's what a convention really is. That's where the fun comes in. Whereas, you can talk to somebody about York Buckwright or Todd
Evil
Browning
Dead
or something.
Evil Dead,
something that
whatever.
nobody around here other than this asshole and me, we know. Like it's really cool meeting people that are into the same stuff we are.
The vendors were amazing.
The vendors were awesome. I went for the vendors. I'm still recovering. personally,
Well, yeah, you
financially.
pretty much bought the Severin table.
Yes, I made Severn rich pretty much, and
But they had a great sale.
they were so generous. They had a Black Friday sale.
Always, yeah.
And yeah, they had such an awesome sale, and they were such really cool, passionate guys, and met a lot of really awesome, talented artists. Just unbelievably. Jamie, what's her last name? I forget her last name, but she made those really amazing prints.
Oh, there was so many prints, and it's awesome because they're all from original artwork.
Yeah.
And we'll kind of get it. It kind of ties into the posters we're actually going to be giving away here in a short bit.
Yeah.
But no, what I thought was cool was the vendors were more plentiful. There seemed to be more of them than the previous year, and I think as we move further away from COVID, the conventions I think are going to get progressively better and better. I think they really took a step back, obviously.
There definitely was more people there this year.
Yeah, and that was really cool to see because I mean, just even the costumes, the Michael Myers and the Walker, which we'll be posting the pictures here as we talk.
Yeah. The thing about conventions is it's so much fun to just go and
be yourself.
Just be yourself. Make your own memories. Yep. Make friends. Like it was cool seeing our friend Matt and his girlfriend again. That was awesome. Mm-hmm. Shout out to you, brother.
We met him last year at
really
Days
cool
of
guy.
the Dead, and
we
when you were passed out on the chair in the lobby.
Yeah. Just meeting so many cool people, like-minded people. And
you really make friends for life, I think.
And the difference between this time is, you know, we went three-way, like his girlfriend, him, and myself. We went and we got a hotel, which was awesome. So we actually had a room, which, you know, you made.
We didn't sleep in a car this time.
Yeah, we didn't sleep in the car, trying to save money this time, even though we probably should have. But still, it was really cool to have a hotel room just to go to. And
in the actual convention center, which was nice.
That was different this year, and that really was awesome.
You know,
and so we saw some screeners.
Yeah, we saw the Barn too.
Yeah, we started watching.
And Alice Winkler, of course, we don't want to throw her out because Sean Donahue we met from Gatorblade Films.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
There's a documentary, which Blood, Guts, and Sunshine from Gatorblade and Sleazebox. We will talk about that one.
I gotta say, Paul Bear Press, they were really
cool.
Paul
Bear Press was awesome.
We got some really awesome patches.
Coffin Joe
patch. That's where we got that.
So yeah, it was. We did see some screeners. There was kind of a short film which we showed up, and I don't remember. We didn't actually watch it because I think we saw the end of it.
I got sick. I had to go take a shit
because it was the cast, but we got to see the Barn too. Until it got right to where the gore was getting good, and all of a sudden the file it repeated.
Took a shit.
They did end up fixing it, but we went back to the shop floor. But we did go down to their booth and we did buy the movie. So
and I've seen it since, and it's really fun movie.
It's gory.
If you're a fan of the first film, you'll love the second one. And I also got 1031 Part 3, and I still haven't watched that yet. I'll probably say that. But
and then I know they had, on Friday night, they had Terrifier 2, but we were not there on Friday, unfortunately.
That would have been cool to see Old Art.
We only got to go Saturday, Sunday, but work schedules.
Yep.
So, like we were talking about the prints, the last year we were giving away prints. Not the symbol. And it was from a guy, Pat Rasmussen. I say that right? Who, you guys remember the Sinister one? We had what was the other one?
Oh, there's so many. We had the Michael Myers one.
The Michael Myers one, the Pinhead one, and I think there's another one. Anyway,
there were so many.
So we went back to his booth and we got to hang out with him. Just him and his wife, awesome people. We talked to this guy for hours. Well, we got a whole bunch of prints that he wants us to give away again. But we're not going to do it in the same fashion because he did give us just a big stack. We'll show you what we have. So basically what we're going to do, if you want to explain, I'll let you explain what we're
basically it's kind of a first come, first serve service, if you want these, let us know. Get in touch with us.
One at a time. Don't get carried away.
One at a time, yeah.
They are 11 by 17 prints. They are signed by them.
Yeah, they're really cool prints, and we thought whoever wants them, they're yours,
So all you really got to do is just, if you're friends with us on social media, just message us an address. We'll cover shipping. It's not that much to pay for these.
Yep.
And we will ship them out.
Probably get them by next year, I would imagine.
Yeah, because with the holidays and shit, it's, you know. So we have a couple of certain prints. I think everyone we're going to show you, I think, except for one. There's only one that we have of that. But we will show you what the prints are. First one is Reagan and the Exorcist with the infamous doctor at the bottom standing in front of the house in the light.
That is so badass.
So
I have that same one on my wall at home.
So we have a few of these. I think three or four of these. So I'll give you that one.
This is awesome.
Next one we have is a John Wick, the Keanu Reeves. We have a couple of these, I think 2 or 3 of these. If you guys are a fan of the John Wick movies, I actually do like them. They are good action films. Here's just another John Wick. A little bit different pose. Trying to get these the best quality you can see. If you guys like what we're saying, you guys want better pictures, all you got to do, again, if you're friends with either one of us, just contact us and we will send you better pictures.
The detail that he does, though, that Patrick does is just unbelievable, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yeah, we had the Lon Chaney one that he gave us, and that thing is just amazing. Here's a Clint Eastwood, which is really badass. If you're a fan of Clint, it's all done in black and white. No blood splatter or anything on this one. This is just a straight up. And I think most of these are signed by the artist, so that's cool. So this one is a Bruce Campbell from
Briscoe County Jr.
Briscoe County Jr. Yeah, I fucking can't remember. He's a cowboy. We have a few of these. Really cool artwork, again, just kind of done in grayscale.
One of my personal favorites coming up.
And this one is one we only have one of.
Yep.
So if you claim it, you get it. First come, first serve. First one we see. A cool Robert Englund without the Freddy mask, but with the glove.
And with hair.
And with hair. So we only have one of these done in grayscale.
He looks like Bud Luck the Fuck from Eaten Alive.
Name's Buck. I'm raring to fuck.
It is signed by Pat. So if you guys want any of these, like we said, it's first come, first serve. Just message one of us.
That's awesome.
Which one you want and an address, and we will ship them out to you. We're not doing a contest because, we want you guys to enjoy these too.
And I got a special friend I want to give this one for. If you watched our last Halloween live stream, we had a special guest by the name of Jake Martin come on. And I found out that he's a huge Nosferatu Max Shrek fan. So Patrick Rasputin did an awesome...
Rasmussen, not
Rasputin.
Rasputin!
Rasputin!
Apologize.
Wow, I shit the bed on that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's an awesome Nosferatu print.
With the infamous shadow on the staircase.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. So Jake Martin, I'm coming for you, brother. That's for you.
That one's for you.
That one's for you.
Just for being on the show.
Thank you for coming on our live stream. I hope to see you again in the future. We had a lot of fun with you, and it was an honor, brother. This is for you. Happy holidays.
So
I doubt you'll get it before Christmas, but whatever.
We'll try.
So that's for you.
So yeah, those are all the kind of giveaways we got. We'll throw some, our cards in there.
We got some shots to do here.
But with that being said, this kind of wraps up what we did in 2022.
Yeah.
We
hope
a
lot more come.
Definitely know we gained a lot of fans over the year, really, and we hope to keep more. Keep it going. This is going on 7 years, and
I sound like a broken record every time I say this when I describe the Sun Nowhere Else to anybody. But when we started this show 6 years, like it basically was just an idea between me and him and our love of the horror genre, and we had our influences, but we really just wanted to make it our own and just be really passionate about the horror genre and even music, anything to do with that, and just keep it real. We don't believe in cuts. Whatever comes
Clearly.
out, comes out. Yeah, we're proof of that. Whatever comes out, comes out. Just keep it real. You know, as long as
VHS quality. I
long
think
as-
that's our biggest.
yeah, as long as he and I like it, the product, and like you said, yeah, we're the VHS quality of horse shows, and we'll never let you down. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be coming back strong next year. Taking a break for the holidays, but we want one last slice of 2022 for y'all. So we definitely will see.
And this is another first. We've done one Christmas show,
Yeah,
but we've never done a wrap-up show for the year. So
Yeah.
this is a first. See, another first. Look at that. And here's not a first, but we wish you guys a happy holidays. Enjoy
be
it.
safe holidays.
Stay safe.
Have a good Black Christmas,
Love your families.
and we'll see you.
Cheers.
Happy Bloody New Year.
We will see you guys in 2023. Cheers.
Love you guys. Next time on Descent into Whore Hell! Ho ho ho, bitch.
By the name of Lucifer, I bring this soul forward into eternal damnation. Do you accept the Dark Lord into your soul? Do you accept the Dark Lord into your soul? By the name of Lord Satan, I bring you forth and take this soul down with you. Child of the demon, of the Lord Satan, I pronounce you to rise. 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 Speak. Speak.